just wanted to get on here and vlog for a minute about how I just wanted to share this moment, this glorious moment with you. I have always wanted a car with a sunroof, and I've never, ever had one until now. This is my first time, and it is a beautiful day here, and it is like 59 degrees and sunny, and this is the first time I've been able to open my sunroof and drive with it open. I'm just like so excited, but I feel so bad. So I just went, I had my ENT appointment this morning, and that was for my chronic sinusitis, and found out that I do need surgery because a bunch of stuff is like constantly swollen or something. I don't know. So I'm gonna get that scheduled. And so while I was out, I was right by Kohl's, so I decided to return those curtains that we had originally bought from Kohl's. And they have amazing customer service. Because they were bought on my Kohl's card, I didn't have to have the receipt, and I did not even have to have the packaging. They will repackage them for me, which one of the ones I actually purchased had been repackaged. So just amazing customer service. I, on a whim, decided, are you going to go or not, lady? I can't give you any more room than I'm giving you. You're welcome. On a whim, I was like, I'm just going to call. I'm just going to call and see what the return policy is. First off, they don't even have like an amount of time. So it could have been a year from now, and they took it. It was just amazing. So, but when I was in line returning them, I had seen this lady leave, and we passed each other on the way out, and she came back in and she was crying, and she was with one of the managers, and her car had been stolen out of the parking lot, and it had her granddaughter's like birthday presents or something in it, and then her medication and stuff, and she was just like crying. It was really, really sad. So, and it's just scary because it's like that's right where I parked. But luckily this car has the anti-theft thing, so no one's going to be driving it away. But it's just scary. I just feel so bad for her because it's like that's just going to rock your world. So I said a little prayer for her, and hopefully they can find her car, and mostly, you know, her medication and stuff that she needs. So that was sad, but yeah, other than that little bit of sadness today, it's been a really good day. I'm nervous that I have to have surgery. I've never had surgery once in my life, but she said it's really not a big deal. She's actually had the surgery herself 10 years ago, and she does it all the time, and it really is not that big of a deal, and hopefully it will help me. She said sometimes, very rarely, it actually makes it worse for people because they notice, because of the constant obstruction that is gone, when it does actually get obstructed, they notice it more, so you feel more suffering. But like for me, it's just like a constant thing that's there, and I didn't honestly know that there was anything wrong. Never knew in my life that I had allergies. It really started like 6 years ago. So we shall see what comes of that. But I am headed home now. I'm gonna go get Danny boy, and my husband needs to run to the scrapyard because he has an old engine he's turning in, or letting go of, and a few other scrap things, or he's gonna go do that. And then I'm gonna take Danny, and I want to go down to Target and look at some nightstands, or they're accent tables, but I would use it as a nightstand, because right beside on my side of our bed, there's a separate partition thing in our bedroom that sticks out, so the bed just fits in there perfectly, and you've got like 18 inches on my side to fit some kind of table. So the nightstands that we had were way too wide to fit there, so I have had it turned vertically or whatever to fit in there, but I couldn't get in any of the drawers or anything. So I finally pulled it out yesterday. I found some lamps at Marshall's. This is what kind of sparked this whole thing, is I found these lamps on clearance at Marshall's, and they're really super cute. And I should have been vlogging this the whole day, but I was just kind of like busy on the go. So I got the lamps, and so I pulled out my nightstand, and that turquoise IKEA cart that Joe brought home for me, I put there for my nightstand because I had nowhere to use that cart and I don't want to get rid of it. And I was like, oh, this is perfect, and it fits perfectly, and it looks really cute. Like if I were going for that look, it would work really good. It looks really cute, but that's not ultimately the look I want to go for in our bedroom. So I found these nightstands, or they're accent tables, that actually I think somewhat match the wood of our mid-century furniture. They kind of have a little bit of a mid-century look to them, and they're on sale because it's President's Day weekend. So I will get 15% off of them, then an extra 10% off, then 5% off with my red card. So, and it's only 16 inches wide, so it should fit perfectly in that. So I'm going to go in. This is actually getting a little loud now that I'm actually driving fast. I want to go check them out in person because I think I can only get that good of a deal if I order them online, which I can go back and pick them up in the store. But I want to go look at them and see if I like them or not. Hey, Joe's call. Hello. It is Wednesday, and I just dropped Danny off at therapy, and I am now headed back to Home Depot. I am not feeling good today. I did a little clean with me thing last night and was like trying to talk to the camera and stuff, and I was not really feeling well then, so I went and sat down, and I was just tired, and so I went to bed, woke up feeling perfectly fine this morning, like ready to go. I had a bunch of cleaning I needed to get done, and I was just ready to hit the day. I had a really good breakfast, and then like around 10:30 my stomach just started killing me. And so I went, and yesterday we had a bottle of baby powder still in Danny's room that we just use like occasionally here and there for different things. And he decided during his quiet time yesterday that he wanted to empty the whole bottle all over his room. So there is powder on every single thing. Like Hannah had done that before, and I think he's done that before when he was really little. It's never been this bad. I mean, it is covering all over his room, all over everything. So I went in there, I pulled both of their sheets off their beds to wash their sheets, and the blankets and everything off his bed since they were covered in powder. I tried to kind of clean it up last night, but like I said, I wasn't feeling super good, so I kind of just vacuumed real quick and kind of got like the bulk of like the thick powder that was everywhere. And then I was like, today I'm gonna deep clean it and get all of it taken care of. While I was in there cleaning, my stomach just kept getting worse and worse and worse. So I went and sat down, and then wound up, this is really gross, but I wound up in the bathroom like several times. I am just not feeling well today. But today is the last sale of the blinds, or the last day of the sale. So we talked about it again last night. We had a guy come out Saturday and measure for our windows. And he measured on the inside. He came inside our house and measured, which I thought was odd, but that's apparently what you do for custom windows. And he said our trim will not be compromised or touched at all. So I do not understand why they kept telling me at the store not to order blinds and to wait to get the windows. So the windows are going to be way more expensive than I thought they were going to be. I thought maybe it'd be like double, you know, what it is for us to put them in ourselves. It was like triple how much it's going to be, and that's with a sale. And so, I like Home Depot. I really love Home Depot. I, for some reason, was under the assumption that they were going to come out, measure, and then we would just get to pick, you know, the price point that we want and make a plan for it. Well, no, it was like a sales pitch thing. He was trying to like upsell us, and it's like there were these like Tuscany windows or something, and they were like almost $1,000 a piece, and it's like, dude, look around our house. Do we look like we're going to put windows like that in our house? I don't think so. And so they had like the economy line, which are the builder grade, but they're not as good, and they don't have a lifetime warranty and all this stuff. And he would not even tell us the price on them. I asked, and he wouldn't do it. He was doing the next one up, which had the lifetime warranty, which I get. But it's like, if I'm asking for the price of the cheapest ones, I want to know that price, you know? And it's like, we have aluminum windows from like the 60s or something in our house. So anything we put in, even if we go buy the windows off the shelf at the store, it's going to be an upgrade, a major upgrade. So it was just kind of, he was very nice and very informative, but it was just a little bit not what I expected for it. But now that Joe is really starting to think about what it's going to take to put the windows in by ourselves, he is thinking we are going to go ahead and have them do it, but it's probably going to be next spring. because currently right now the biggest project we have is we are on septic right now, and we need to hook up to sewer because we do not want to put a drain field in a certain area where it needs to go, because we're hoping to add on to the house someday, and that we need to redo the whole drainage system because it's very old. So we're wanting to hook up to sewer, and that's going to take a huge chunk, if not all, of our tax returns, because it's quite expensive to hire. We're going to do all of the line and the pipe to the street, but hiring an excavating company to cut into the street, getting the permits you have to get, and just having them cut into the street and hook up to the actual city sewer line is very, very expensive from everything I've read. So that's our main priority this year. We want to get that done. That way it is just taken care of. And we don't have to worry about it anymore, because potentially down the road it could become a problem. So we don't want to do that. That was not our plan. We had all these other plans, but that's the main priority. Then we are also going to replace some of the cedar shake siding that is old and splitting, and then we're just going to paint, because we decided if we are going to do an addition to the house someday, it wouldn't make sense to side now, because if a whole wall's coming down, first off, you've wasted that money, and second off, when we add the addition, we should just side then so that everything matches and goes together. So anyways, we have a lot of plans, and everything kind of has to fall into place and in order, but we need blinds in the house. I'm tired of the curtain situation. So I'm going to go in, I'm going to ask one more time, explain to me why you're telling me I need to order windows before blinds if supposedly none of my inside trim is going to be touched. It doesn't make any sense. So I'm going to confirm today is the last day of the sale. Luckily they have my quote and all the measurements and everything ready to go, so all I need to do is go in, order it, pay, and get that ball rolling. So yeah, those are kind of some things I'm working on. And Lowe's was cheaper, but when I looked at the sample, it was the same color, but something, even though they were the same brand, something was, I don't know, it was just different. And we have always used Home Depot in the past. We've had very good experiences with them. That's why I'm not too mad at that guy or whatever. It just wasn't what I was expecting. And so I think we're just going to go ahead and go with Home Depot. It's going to be $30 or $40 more than it would have been at Lowe's. But I don't know. I'm digging the Home Depot experience a little bit more than the Lowe's one. So we're going to do that, and hopefully we'll get the windows the next year. And we're going to keep an eye out. Right now they're on 15% off until today, I think, for the windows. And he said they only get a sale like twice a year. But my husband made a good point. He said, now's kind of an odd time for people to get windows, like when it's so cold out. He goes, I bet they're going to have a sale like in the spring or summer. So we're just going to keep an eye out and make a note of it so that the next year when we have our tax return money again, we can plan for it then. So, and just kind of know the time of year to really be watching for sales and stuff. So that is the plan. I'm almost here. It is nice, and the sun is like shining on me. It's warm, even though it's kind of chilly out, and I'm feeling a little bit better. I mustered up the strength. I almost called therapy and said I wasn't even going to bring Danny because I didn't feel very good, but I got in the shower. I'm feeling like a tiny bit better. I do not want to eat anything. I'm trying to sip my water slowly, and I really wanted to get in and talk to these people today. The thing is if I order these today, more than likely they're going to have a better sale coming. I mean, that's just the way it goes. But if I don't order them today and I try and wait on a better sale, the sale will never come, or it'll take forever. So that's just the way my life goes usually. So that's why I just want to get in and just want to get it done and get these blinds taken care of and the situation taken care of. Because I went and I bought some curtains at Walmart to put up that I really, really, really like. But if we get the blinds, I don't know if I want to keep these curtains. So that's the other thing is, usually Walmart, you have like 30 days and that's it to return stuff. So kind of want to get the ball rolling and get that figured out too. So it's just kind of like, I'm just all over the place with this window situation. So hopefully I'm going to go in and get some serious answers explained to me as to why they said that and what their reasoning is, and make a very educated decision before we go ahead and commit to this. But I have a feeling I'm going to go ahead and order them. And Joe seems to think that it's going to be fine too. So here we go. Okay, it is done. Woohoo! Leaving Home Depot, and I have ordered the blinds. Hooray! And I just need to remember when I'm talking to people, I need to be very, very, very specific. I guess I didn't really know when we were going to do the windows, but they were thinking like if it was going to be within 30 days of each other or something, you might as well do the windows first, then do the blinds, because they said sometimes they do have freak things where they have to pop the trim off and stuff, but as long as the actual size of the window casing is not going to change, if we have to take the blinds off and pop the thing up and then put it back on, oh well, it's kind of like not the end of the world. So yeah, so since it's going to be like a year or so, we went ahead and ordered them. Yay! And I got a bunch of paint samples for the outside of the house. And then right now I got to get gas. I was supposed to get gas on the way over here and totally forgot because I was talking. And I'm really giving this miles until empty tank thing a good test, because it says I have 30 miles until empty tank, but my light's on and the thing is like in the red. So hopefully I can make it over to this. There's a gas station literally right next to me, but it's way more expensive. So I'm trying to get over to this other one that hopefully is a little less expensive, or at least I have like Fred Meyer points to put towards it. So that's the goal. And then I think I'm going to hit up Sherwin-Williams, because we were looking at, or I was watching Love It or List It, and this one house had this certain paint color. So I looked up that paint color, and it's by Sherwin-Williams. So I want to go in there and kind of get some paint color samples and see. I don't know if we will go through them or not. But I grabbed tons of, we want to do a gray for the outside. We were originally thinking white with green trim, very retro looking. But I just don't know. I don't know if that really would be right for that house. I think a gray will make it look really clean and sharp and old but new at the same time, if that makes sense. So, oh no, they're even more expensive. Wow, I'm totally screwing myself up here. What the heck? Why are they more expensive? And these are like way more expensive than the one right by my house. This is ridiculous. But I gotta get gas. So, yeah, just trying to get things prepared. Doing little things now so that when it does come time to start these projects, we have some of this stuff figured out, instead of saying, okay, well, this is the weekend we're going to do all this. Oh, wait, we still have to figure out the paint color and all that stuff. I want all that out of the way so we know exactly what kind of paint to order or, you know, buy when we go in and have it ready to go. So I want to be prepared so that it makes the project go by, and that way we're project go by faster, and we are going to be using our time wisely during the weekend that we decide to start doing this. Bye.
Coming.
Right behind you.
Go, go, go. Where's the car? Oh,
Whoops.
get your foot on.
Whoopsie.
It'll be easier once we get up the hill. Then you can do it all by yourself. Keep pushing. You have to push hard with your strong legs. Push. There, you got it. Nice job. Keep pushing. Come on, strong legs. Where's the car?
It's right there, babe.
Get to the sidewalk. You need to drive all the way to the door. Put your feet on. Whoops. All right, I think you're good to go now. Keep going.
One foot after the other. No, baby, we don't need to go to Fred Meyer.